massive game. I think, the chances are low for us against this Chiefs team coming off a commanding performance against the Raiders, right? Where they just dominated, only had, I think they had 3 first downs. We talked about it all week.
That's right. Chiefs had 30, the Raiders had 3.
But
you want to know the updated numbers?
Sure.
All right. So updated numbers. This is on FanDuel, but this is 11.5. Kansas City minus 720 on the money.
Oh.
All right. Not as high as the Colts were yesterday. They were about minus 1,500. Total's 47.5. If you like the Commanders to win outright, plus 520.
Oh, big payout.
So $10 to pay you 52.
But the good news is, and this is what's kind of interesting, because I think this is kind of the same scenario that happened with San Diego. San Diego's missing 2 offensive linemen, right? Well, it looks like the Chiefs are going to be missing 2 of their starting linemen. Josh Simmons, their tackle, out. And their other guy, is it Tyler something? I don't have it right in front of me. He looks
Tyler
like
Smith. Or no, Trey Smith.
Trey Smith. He looks like he's doubtful, probably out.
Those
he's
are
their guard.
2 important pieces for them. And Simmons is going through some sort of personal issue that I think it's kept him out of at least 1, if not 2 games already. So I'm, hopefully everything's okay. I know that Andy Reid's talked about it, but that's good news for the Commanders.
Neither Josh Simmons nor right guard Trey Smith practice this week. Jalen Moore will make his 3rd consecutive start in place of Simmons, while Mike Caliendo is expected to fill in for Smith, who's
Frank's
officially listed as doubtful.
Silly John Madden.
Yep.
Now,
he's good at it.
Andy Reid did hype up Frank's brother. He hyped up Mike. He said, we've always looked at Mike as a starter. I think all the guys do, the coaches do. They got confidence in him. So they're pumping him up. But the fact is, they're missing 2 of their 5 starters on the offensive line. Now, it doesn't help that all of a sudden now Deron Payne has an injury. I don't know if you guys saw that. Dorrance Armstrong, of course, out for the year. Let me see if I can give you the actual.
And the Chiefs aren't missing anybody on offense.
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't see any red.
I'm sorry.
D's or
I'm
Q's
sorry.
next to their names.
On defense.
Right.
On offense, they are, but not on defense.
So on the injury report, obviously Jaden Daniels out. Even tight end Colson Yankoff, he's out. Both of them with hamstrings. Matt Gay, as JP mentioned, questionable. Now, he did make the trip, which leads people to think it's looking positive, but it could be a deal where, like, they wake up today and they kind of see how he feels, and if it looks a little dicey, they might sign somebody today. Because they don't have a kicker. They don't have a kicker on the practice squad.
I didn't see one.
Well, they've seen up close and personal what happens when you don't have a backup kicker. When the Giants came in here last year and Graham Gano got banged up early in the game.
Yep.
Like, they have to have
They
know
gotta
he's
have
got a back
somebody.
injury. They have to have somebody signed before this game tonight.
Right.
As an emergency guy.
Even if he says, I'm good, don't worry about it.
That's fine. He can say that all he wants, but I want somebody that's going to be on my 53.
You want to carry 2 kickers tonight.
At least for tonight.
Cover your bases.
You would think if they were going to do that, they would have already done it, though.
You would think.
So they don't have another kicker that traveled out there with them.
Nope.
I don't get it.
What are they just going to...
That's telling me Matt Gay is going to be fine then.
He did travel.
Tells me
that tells me Gay is going to go.
But he didn't practice on Saturday.
Yeah, but when he does this the first time, and then he goes, my back, then Tressway is going to be kicking. Then it's going to be Tressway kicking.
Because if they were that concerned, they would have had somebody either already signed or traveled with them.
My guess is they're not stupid.
Yeah.
They've already talked to kickers.
Yeah.
They've probably said, be on standby.
Yeah. Maybe there's one in a hotel waiting.
Yes. We'll let you know on Monday morning.
Fly one to Kansas City.
Yeah.
There's got to be something.
Monday morning.
Yeah.
We'll let you know Monday morning if we need you.
Yeah.
But I think if they were going to guarantee to have 2, they would have already done it.
Right. I think they are pretty confident Gay's going to go.
Yeah, I think.
Well, if he does go, does it mean his range is limited?
Yeah, it could be.
Well, Cake's already questions his range.
we already know it's limited.
I already know it's nubby.
We know his range is limited.
And by the way, this game ain't coming down to a Matt Gay field goal.
No, probably not.
I don't think so. They say,
how great would it be if it does?
No.
And he made it. He made a 54-yarder to win.
Well, that would be amazing.
Over 50,
I'm coming in with a Matt Gay jersey
on it.
I'm going to wear a Matt Gay jersey.
You'd have to make one your own.
I would.
They don't sell those on Fanatics.
I would.
Now the good news
I would
is,
make it. I would write Gay on the back,
by the
and
way,
I'd stick it in Cakes' face for 4 hours.
I know you haven't seen this, but Brandon McManus, who's the kicker for the Packers, who was here for a minute before the whole sexual assault allegations that were ultimately dropped. He, I guess, saw a picture of some sad sack Packers fan sitting in a bar with a Brandon McManus jersey on. And he was getting goofed on. He was getting trolled on Twitter for wearing a kicker jersey. And McManus stood up for him and said, hey, have that guy send the jersey to me, put the address for Lambeau Field on it. He said, I'll sign it, and I'll send you 2 Packers tickets because you supported your boy. Really? You're supporting your local kicker and Brandon McManus. Nice move. Speaking
of kicking, props to Tyler. I believe it was Tyler Quang,
the Vanderbilt kicker.
Okay,
or the kid.
The kid
from Vanderbilt.
I don't know if he was a med student or I don't know. He was unbelievable.
He was chemical engineer.
I'm sorry. $500,000 to kick a 33-yarder.
Okay,
he kicked that thing 50 yards,
right down the middle.
Crushed it.
He was a former soccer player who he did say kicked his senior year for the football team.
Yes.
Okay, well, he's a ringer.
He was a little bit of a ringer.
It's not like you just pull some kid
but that's
out
fine.
They still could have missed it.
You didn't pull him out of the engineering wing and say,
still
hey,
had to do it.
Go make a kick.
No, but
Cakes,
believe me, there have been students who've played soccer for years or even kicked in high school who have shanked those balls.
Sure.
Because of the pressure. This kid nailed it. $500,000
plus $250 for
plus
charity.
$250 plus $750,000.
It's a nice score. Great for
crazy.
him.
And Nate Bargatze was the celebrity picker.
Yep.
Hey, because a chemical engineer that graduates from Vanderbilt, he's going to have a hard time making some cash out in the real world.
Yeah, but who knows what
it's going to be tough.
Who knows what his parents are paying for out-of-state tuition? Because the kid was from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, Terry and Debo were full participants all week, so that's good.
No setbacks.
Didn't seem like there's any setbacks. They should be good to go. Sam Cosby, a full participant. Bobby Wagner is listed as a full participant, even though he's got like a weird thumb thing. Alex Smith, real quick, then we'll play some audio from Joe Witt and Cliff Kingsbury. Alex Smith talked about the loss of Terry, and he said Terry is such a big loss. The guys that Jaden had been playing with on the outside have actually been so impressed with what they've done, especially the last few weeks, but they're really hamstrung. So defense is really saying if we could load the box, we could play these guys one-on-one, we could really put an extra hat in the run game, and I think that's why we saw the run game kind of dissipate. I think this week it should open up.
Even the Cowboys, who have a terrible defense, who run zone more than anybody in the NFL, said, our analytics people told us we got to play man against this team.
Right.
Because they had no threats.
Right. So Valdez has 2 clips here. One of Joe Witt. Let's play that where, obviously the offense has struggled. It's not what it was last year, but it's not struggling like the defense. The defense, I think, personally, is what's holding this team back. Here's Joe Witt on a change you might see this week.
I've been pleased with the backers. I think Bobby and Oos have played well. We're going to give Jordan more looks and more opportunities. He came in and played with good speed, so I'm excited to see him with his snap count going up. And then you'll see a little bit of Kane as well to see how he can add to the party as well. Yeah, and you'll probably see some of it.
So Kane, he's talking about Kane Medrano. That's the kind of undersized linebacker, right, from UCLA that in theory should be able to cover tight ends, right? Because should have the speed and agility to be able to do that.
Go cover Travis Kelce tonight. That's your assignment.
Could be a big challenge for him. I know that Valdez also has Cliff. And remind me of what Cliff is talking about here. You told me during the break. And
He's optimistic about the offense getting back
because
on
now
track.
having the guys back. Yeah, here's Cliff.
I've pretty glass half full type mentality, so I expect us to continue to improve, but the biggest deal to me is just the turnover margin has been really bad, and in this league, that's the number one indicator of success, and so we have to improve there, and then just consistency, third down, if we can stay on the field will help, and then just play in, play out, making the routine plays. I feel like we'll have some good plays, and we'll string together some bad ones, and that's not who we've been, and we have to try to improve upon that.
Hey, your boy Marcus Mariota is getting the start. I believe he's undefeated against the Kansas City Chiefs in his career, including a playoff win.
Well, I know he has a win against them on a Monday night, right?
How long ago was this?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
6 years.
So many years ago.
Here's the thing. I'm having a weird turn this morning.
Okay.
I'm slightly more optimistic than I was last week.
Just because of the receivers.
Well, because
being
the
out?
offensive line, the two guys on the offensive line being out.
Yeah, but Washington's missing defensive linemen.
I know, but we got our receivers back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
got some swagger.
I have a little bit more confidence this morning than I did late last week.
Marcus has played well when he's had a chance.
I don't know why. I've been a little bit more confident.
But the thing is, Mahomes has literally 6 receivers you can go to if you include Kelsey.
Yeah.
They are so deep at receiver.
Cakes,
I don't know. It's going to be hard to stop them.
I'll tell you why Marcus going into Arrowhead and winning is a big deal, because it's not like Arrowhead wasn't loud when he did it before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's able to manage the
been
crowd.
there, done that.
Yeah.
That shows he's been there, done that. Listen, I don't think he's going to be fazed by the crowd or by the noise. That guy's a pro, been around a long time. He's seen it all. He should be okay if he stays away from that stupid throw he made last week. He should be okay. The problem will be...
I think you need more than okay to compete with the Chiefs at Arrowhead and keep up with
Well,
Mahomes.
obviously the personnel is different, but like he has the experience of playing in the stadium, of winning in the stadium, of managing a silent count if you had to do that.
He shouldn't be overwhelmed by the
moment.
circumstance. Yeah.
The moment's not going to beat him. The other team will beat him.
And then having Terry and Debo out there, I mean, obviously gives them, hopefully we can sustain some drives and maybe score a few points. And then if we can, can we make the Chiefs pay for missing 2 starters on their offensive line?
I hope that's the case. I hope they sack Patrick Mahomes 4 times. I just don't see that happening.
The Raiders didn't make him pay last week.
Yeah, but I don't think.
What do you mean? They had 3 first downs.
Oh, okay.
I think
that is pretty good.
I think that we're better than the Raiders. I don't think that we're in the same league as the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't think the 2 offensive linemen being out is really going to affect them too much.
Well, it affected the Chargers. It seemed to affect the Chargers.
Yeah, but Mahomes it's a machine.
Justin Herbert's pretty good.
Yeah, Herbert's no
He's
bum.
pretty good. Yeah,
No, but this is the Chiefs at home on a Monday night.
Yeah.
All right.
Listen,
I'm gonna put my.
I'm not putting my whole account on it. Where I was leaning.
Are you going to put
it.
anything on it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Been losing all my bets lately.
You need
losing everything. I've been losing everything.
You need something to spark it.
Although I did hit a teaser last night, but I don't know. I think I said it was about a 15 or 16% chance of us winning last week. I might be up to like 25, 30%.
Again, Mariota 2-0 against the Chiefs, including a comeback win in the playoffs at Arrowhead Stadium.
Hey, the matchup predictor has the Commanders with a 25.4% chance of winning.
It's kind of like where I'm at.
1-4.
1-4.
1-4 ain't bad.
What's our poll at right now? You can vote at Junks Radio. It's a simple who wins, Commanders or Chiefs.
Probably right around that 25.
Here's
21% believe the Commanders pull off a win.
maybe we can bang out some calls. Are people feeling a little bit better about our chances today, given that it is for sure, it looks like Terry and Debo are going to be back, and the fact that the Chiefs are missing 2 starting offensive linemen? I mean, that's definitely an advantage for us. If we could, here's how it works. We get a little bit more productive offensively, and then we just force Mahomes into 1 or 2 bad throws. And we capitalize, get a turnover. They had extra emphasis on forcing turnovers this week. Extra emphasis. They're
Okay,
punching
that's fine.
balls all day long.
That's fine. It doesn't mean it's going to manifest
You
itself
believe the
tonight.
secondary is going to have a good game against Mahomes and all those receivers?
I'm not saying they're going to have a good game, but I'm just saying maybe they can make a play.
There could be some pass rush that helps them.
They'll probably give up a touchdown every drive.
Oh, okay.
But if maybe there's 2.
You're just giving them a better chance than last week.
Thought. Yeah, if there's maybe there's 2 or 3 drives though where we actually do create a turnover or actually stop them because we could pressure them because they don't have their starting offensive line intact. I mean, you don't think that's
Look, I hope you're
possible
right.
at all?
I hope they shot.
You give them a 0? You gave me a 0? You still at 0?
No,
Like close to
Chance for
0?
the Commanders to win?
no, because the NFL is unpredictable. I just don't give them 25%.
Not 0, but I don't think it's 25% like the matchup predictor thinks.
I think it's right
10
around
to
that 15%.
15%, maybe.
Yeah, but you probably would have given the Dolphins in Atlanta a 10 to 15% chance against the Falcons.
I gave them a 0% chance to win yesterday.
Meanwhile, Tua just carved them up.
I know. It was weird.
How about when the Bengals are up by 2 touchdowns on the Jets in the fourth quarter?
The Jets are dead.
Dead.
Then I forgot that all Justin Fields does ever when he plays is he comes to play in the fourth quarter. He sucks for the first 3 quarters, and then he comes to life in the fourth.
I want to hear from people. Are there others? Play the music. Are there others that are feeling a little more optimistic on game day? Are you feeling a little more optimistic?
I think you should, just based on having Debo and Terry McLaurin healthy.
So that opens up our offense. They're missing 2 guys on their offensive line. We create some pressures.
We got a quarterback. He's not afraid of Arrowhead. He's been there, done that, beaten them.
You did know that last week. You did know that Terry and Debo were going to go.
I kind of assumed, but I was a little bit worried because Terry practiced last week, and then they pulled the rug out from underneath us.
Yeah, but you knew they were going to go.
I pretty much knew, but now it's a fact.
Yes.
Barring some setback in warm-ups, those guys are going to be playing tonight.
1-800-636-1067. It's a burgundy and gold game day here on The Fan. We'll take your calls next. Do you see the Commanders pulling off the upset?